ሰላም ውድ የቻናሌ ቤተሰቦች እንደምናችሁ። እስከዛሬ እየሰራው በለቀኩላችሁ ቪዲዮዎች ብዙ ጠቃሚ ነገሮች እንዳገኛችሁ አስባለሁ። ከጥቂት ቀናት በፊት ፖሊኖሚያል ፋንክሽንን በተመለከተ የብዙ ዓመት የማትሪክ ጥያቄዎችን በመሰብሰብ ሰርቼ ለቅቄላችሁ ነበር። ቪዲዮን ያላያችሁ ካላችሁ ቻናሌን ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ቤተሰብ በመሆን ስራዎቼን በሙሉ ማግኘት ትችላላችሁ። ዛሬ ደግሞ ከማትሪክ ጥያቄዎች ትንሽ ጠንከር ይላሉ ብዬ ያሰብኳቸውን ጥያቄዎች ሰብሰብ አድርጌ የማትስ ቻሌንጅ ለምትወዱ ተማሪዎች ይህንን ቪዲዮ አዘጋጅቻለሁ። አብራችሁን ቆዩ። For what value of k the polynomial function 3x to the power of 4 minus 9x cubed plus x squared plus 15x plus k is completely divisible by 3x squared minus 5. So the question says, what must be the value of k so that this function is completely divisible by 3x squared minus 5? So if this function is completely divisible by 3x squared minus 5, the division of these two polynomial will give 0 remainder. So a polynomial ስናካፍለው ሪሜንደሩ 0 መሆን አለበት completely divisible ከሆነ። So let us do the division. So let us divide 3x to the power of 4 minus 9x cubed plus x squared plus 15x plus 15x plus k. Let us divide this by 3x squared minus 5. So 3x squared, 3x to the power of 4 by 3x squared gives us x squared. So x squared times 3x squared means 3x to the power of 4 minus x squared times 5 is 5x squared. So let us subtract this thing. So the result will be minus 9x cubed plus 6x squared plus 15x plus k. Again, let's divide this 9x cubed by 3x squared. The result will be minus 3x minus 3x times 3x squared is 9, minus 9x cubed minus 3x times minus 5 is positive 15x. So subtract this thing, the cube will be vanished. Then here we will have 6x squared plus k. Again, let's divide 6x squared by 3x squared. The result is 2. 2 times 3x squared is 6x squared. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. Okay, let's subtract, then the result becomes k plus 10. Now, here you can pause, okay? This function is completely divisible by 3x squared minus 5, means the division will give 0 remainder. So k plus 10 will be 0. So this k plus 10 must be 0 so that the given polynomial can be fully divisible. So in this case, k becomes minus 10. So the only value of k that make this function completely divisible by 3x squared minus 5 is minus 10. So መልሳችን ምንድነው የሚሆነው ማለት ነው? a ነው የሚሆነው ማለት ነው። If one of the zeros of cubic polynomial x cubed plus ax squared plus bx plus c is minus 1, then the product of the other root is, so one of the root is minus 1 and we are asked the product of the other root. So here we need to know the relationship between the coefficients of a cubic polynomial and the roots, right? So what is given? One of the roots, say R1 is given, which is minus 1. And the required thing is the product of the other roots, say r2 times r3. ሁለቱ ሩቶች ተባዝተው ምን ይመስላሉ in terms of the coefficients of the cubic polynomial. So to answer this question, we need to know the relationship between the roots and the coefficients of a cubic polynomial. So let me give you here the relationship. So the sum of the roots, say r1 plus r2 plus r3, is given by, the sum of the root is given by the coefficient of x squared, which is minus of a over the leading term, which is 1. So this becomes minus a. Okay, ይሄንን understand ማድረግ አለብን. This is one thing. The other thing is r1 times, the other thing is r1 times r2 plus r1 times r3 plus r2 times r3. This is given by the coefficient of x, which is b over the leading coefficient, b over 1, which is b. Okay, the third thing is the product of all the three roots, r1 times r2 times r3, is equals to the product of all the root is the negative of the constant term is equal to the negative of the constant term over the leading coefficient, which is minus c. Okay, we need to know all these three things to answer the required question. So now we will apply this information, and as information apply እናደርጋለን. From here r1 is minus 1, so we can get minus 1 plus r2 plus r3 is minus a. Okay, ይሄንን እንይዛለን. From the second one we can get that r1 is negative 1. Okay, so we can make r negative of r2 minus negative of r3 plus r1, r2 times r3, which is b. ይሄንን እንይዛለን. And from the third, the negative of r1 times the negative of r2 times r3 is negative c. Okay, so from here r2 times r3 ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? positive c ይሆናል ማለት ነው. This is the product of the two roots, the two other roots. ግን r2 times r3 in terms of c ስላልተቀመጠ we will try to find this c. ይሄንን c ምን እንደሆነ እንፈልገዋለን. So let us apply, let's take this expression or this expression. So from the second criteria we have minus r2 minus r3 plus r2 times r3 is equals to b. Okay, so ይሄ ማለት ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? The negative of r2 plus r3 plus r2 times r3 is b. Okay, so ይሄንን እንይዛለን. Say this is equation 1. Again, let's consider this part. Okay, from this part we have minus 1 plus r2 plus r3 is negative a. So this implies r2 plus r3 is minus a plus 1. Okay, r2 plus r3 is negative a plus plus 1. So say this is equation 2. Again, let's consider this information. From here we get that minus r2 minus r3 plus r2 times r3 is equals to b የሚል እናገኛለን። okay, from the second we get this thing. so ይሄ ማለት ምንድነው? the negative of r2 plus r3 plus r2 times r3 is b. now from the second equation r2 plus r3 በሚለው ቦታ ምን ማስገባት እንችላለን? negative a plus 1 plus r2 times r3 is equals to b የሚለውን ማስገባት እንችላለን። this is exactly the same as a minus 1 plus r2 times r3 which is b. so ይሄ ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? r2 times r3 is እነዚህን ወደ ቀኝ ወሰዷቸው። ይሄንን ወደ ቀኝ ወሰዱ። so it becomes b minus a plus 1. okay, so the product of the other two roots will be b minus a plus 1. so our answer will be b. if x minus k is the factor of f of x is equals to x cubed plus x squared minus x plus k, then the possible values of k are, so ምንድነው እዚህ ጥያቄ ውስጥ x minus k is a factor ተብሎ ተሰጥቶናል። x minus k ፋክተር ከሆነ የk ዋጋ ምን ይሆናል? so x minus k ፋክተር ከሆነ x minus k ለዜሮ ሶልቭ አድርገን ያ ማለት x is equals to k ፋንክሽን ውስጥ ሰብስቲቱት ስናደርገው የምናገኘው ሪዛልት ዜሮ መሆን አለበት። so if x minus k is a factor, f of k must be 0. that means the remainder is 0 ማለት ነው። so f of k is equals to 0 ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? we substitute k in the function. this becomes k cubed plus k squared minus k plus 1, plus k is equals to 0 እንደማለት ነው። so minus k plus k is 0. so ይሄ ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? k cube plus k squared is equals to 0 ይሆናል። so we can factor k square factor ብናደርግ ምን እናገኛለን? k squared times k plus 1 is equals to 0. so this implies k squared is equals to 0 or k plus 1 is equals to 0. in this case k becomes 0 or k becomes minus 1. so the possible values of k in which x minus k becomes a factor is minus 1 and 0. question number 4. for what value of p the polynomial px cubed minus 32x squared minus 10x plus q is divided by x minus 2 and 2x plus 3 will have the same remainder? እንግዲህ p ምን ቢሆን ነው? በx minus 2 በ2x plus 3 ስናካፍለው የተሰጠንን ፖሊኖሚያል በእነዚህ በሁለቱም ስናካፍል the same remainder የሚኖረን p ምን ቢሆን ነው ጥያቄው። so let's apply the remainder theorem. so solve x minus 2 for 0. at the same time solve 2x plus 3 for 0. so in the first case we get x is equals to 2, and in the second case we get x is equals to minus 3 over 2. so ሪሜንደራችን ምንድነው የሚሆነው? x በx minus 2 ስናካፍል ሪሜንደራችን f of 2 ነው የሚሆነው። የዚህ ሪሜንደር ደግሞ f of minus 3 over 2 ነው የሚሆነው። this is our remainder, right? so the same remainder የሚኖራቸው p ምን ቢሆን ነው ጥያቄው። so f of 2 and f of minus 3 over 2 must be the same so that they will have the same remainder. so f of 2 ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? f of 2 is p times function ውስጥ 2 እናስገባለን። p times 2 cube minus 32 times 2 square minus 10 times 2 plus q. This is f of 2. ሶ ኤፍ ኦፍ 2 ማለት ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? 8p ማይነስ this is 128 right? እቺን ስንጨምርባት ኔጌቲቭ 148 ይሆናል plus q. This is f of 2. So f of 2 ይሄን ይመስላል። So say this is equation number 1. ይሄንን equation number 1 እንበለው። Again let's substitute f of minus 3 over 2. Let's substitute minus 3 in the function. So it becomes p times minus 3 over 2 the whole cube minus 32 times minus 3 over 2 the whole square minus 10 times minus 3 over 2 plus q. So here this becomes minus 27 over 8p. Okay, then this becomes minus 4 times minus 32 times 9 over 4 plus 15 plus q. Okay, this is f of minus 3 over 2. Okay, say this is equation 2. Now equation 2 and equation 1 are the same. Since f of 2 and f of minus 3 over 2 are the same, ምን እናደርጋለን ማለት ነው? ይሄንን 8p minus 148 plus q must be the same as minus 27 over 8p minus 72 plus 15 ይሄ 72 ነው የሚሆነው plus 15 plus q ይሆናል። ኦኬ q አሁን ስንሰበስበው on both side q ይጠፋል። then this implies 8p plus 27 over 8p is equals to this is minus 57 plus 148. Okay, so this implies 91 over 8p is equals to 91. Therefore the p value becomes 8. So the value of p must be 8 so that this polynomial function will have the same remainder when it is divided by x minus 2 and to x plus 3. So our p value will be 8. Given the polynomials, f of x is equals to a times x cubed plus 1 minus bx times x plus 1. This is f. And g of x is bx cubed minus 5x squared minus 2a times x minus 1. Given these two functions, if x minus 2 is the factor of both f of x and g of x, then the value of a and b respectively are. So ምንድነው እዚህ ጋር የተሰጠን for these two functions x minus 2 is the factor ተብሎ ተሰጥቶናል። So if x minus 2 is the factor, solving this x minus 2 for 0, okay, that means x is equals to 2 will make the function 0. So both f of 2 and g of 2 will be 0. x minus 2 factor ከሆነ ለ0 solve አድርገን substitute ስናደርግ function ውስጥ 0 ይሰጠናል። So f of 2 is equals to 0 ማለት a times 2 cube plus 1 minus 2b times 2 plus 1 is equals to 0 ማለት ነው። So this means this is 8 plus 1 is 9a minus 6b is equals to 0 ይሆናል ማለት ነው። Say this is equation 1. ይሄንን equation 1 እንበለው። Again from g of 2 is equals to 0 ማለት g of 2 is equals to 0 ማለት b times 2 cube minus 5 times 2 square minus 2a times 2 minus 1 is equals to 0 ማለት ነው። So this means 8b minus 20 this is 1 times minus 2a is minus 2a is equals to 0. So here we arrange ስናደርግ ምን ይሆናል? This can be written as minus 2a plus 8b is equals to 20 ይሆናል. Say this is equation 2. So from these two equations we have simultaneous equation of two variables. ምን ይኖረናል? 9a minus 6b is equals to 0 and minus 2a plus 8b is equals to 20 ይሆናል. So multiply the first equation by 4, the second one by 3, so that b will be eliminated. So ይሄ ምን ይሆናል? 36a minus 24b is equals to 0. The second one becomes minus 6a plus 24b is equals to 60 ይሆናል። አሁን ቁልቁል እንደምራለን። minus 36a with 36a with minus 6a becomes 30a, minus 24b with 24b 0 ይሆናል. So this becomes 60, therefore dividing both sides by 30, the value of a becomes 2. a 2 ከሆነ አንደኛውን ኢኩዌሽን መጠቀም እንችላለን እዚህ ውስጥ ወይም እዚህ ውስጥ ኢኩዌሽን 1 ውስጥ እናስገባ 9 times 2 minus 6b is equals to 0, which is 18 minus 6b is equals to 0. So 18 is equals to 6b. Dividing both sides by 6, b becomes 3. So the value of a is 2 and b is 3. Okay, these are the values of a and b respectively. So from the choice እነዚህ ቦታቸውን አቀይሮ ምርጫ ውስጥ ማስቀመጥ ያስፈልጋል። respectively የሚል ነገር ስላለ a first, b second ላይ እንጽፋለን. So the answer will be 2 and 3 respectively. Okay, 2 and 3 respectively. So ምርጫችን a የሚሆነው በዚህ ኦርደር ከተቀመጠ ነው ማለት ነው። So አምስቱ ምርጫዎች የምርጫ ጥያቄዎች እነዚህን ይመስላሉ። ሌላ ደግሞ ራሳችሁ ሰርታችሁ የምታገኟቸው ጥያቄዎች አሉ። አይ ሆፕ እነዚህን ጥያቄዎች ሞክራችሁ ከከበዳችሁ ስራለም ብላችሁ ጠይቁኛላችሁ ብዬ አስባለሁ። እስኪ የራሳችሁን ሙከራ አስቀምጡ። በቀጣይ ቪዲዮ እንገናኛለን።